Hey everyone, so it's the beginning of day 3, and as I mentioned last week, which for us was last night, the plan right now is Elk Park. Plans can change, which they do sometimes, and they have several times during this trip. But the plan right now is Elk Park, and there's a missing woman.
And Elk Park is kind of near us.
I'll flash her picture and her flyer on the screen at this point right now.
Okay.
So she, from the story I heard from Vern, that Vern sent me, and it's actually on the flyer, they were coming to their camp, their cabin, I think, to prepare for the incoming hurricane. And
why would they come there to prepare?
They were wanting to prepare the cabin to protect it.
Okay.
They were trying to protect the cabin, maybe put stuff around it to block the waters or whatever. And the floodwaters came in sooner than they expected. The two of them, her husband, her, and 2 dogs. He managed to escape and run to safety. She got swept down the river with the 2 dogs, and I think she was last seen going past the bridge, unfortunately. So
that's crazy.
Yep. Sad story.
Yes.
We're going to do what we can to find that location today, and then maybe, I don't know what Vern's plan is, but if it was just me, I would probably go downstream from the bridge and search the river. But
makes sense.
He may want to drone it. He may want to do an air.
Or maybe we can't get where
we can't get where we want to go. Which has happened several times this weekend.
Yes.
But that's going to be today's search. You good to go?
I'm good to go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Are we going to where you said last night, Fall Park? Elk Park. Okay. Sorry. As we made our way on the 38-minute drive from Spruce Pine to Elk Park, I wasn't sure what to expect. We had seen a lot of destruction in North Carolina, in Spruce Pine, Relief, and surrounding areas. I wasn't sure if the destruction was just as bad further north. Elk Park is close to the Tennessee-North Carolina border, not very far from Roan Mountain. As we entered town, we could see the same kind of debris piles outside of businesses and homes, the same as we had seen elsewhere in North Carolina. I could see after a while that Vern was slowing down, not really sure where to go, until he finally pulled into a parking lot, and I found out that he had actually connected with a local search team looking for Kim Ashby. He was trying to locate the team who had already gone into the field so that we could hook up with them and see if Vern's equipment could offer some assistance. Is there a particular spot you have in mind?
Well, there's a search crew out here somewhere. I've been trying to get in touch with them. Called the sheriff's department. They gave me the EOC number. I called the EOC, left a message. I got in touch with the daughter. She told me to get in touch with.
Oh, that's good. You actually have contacts.
Organizing searchers.
Yep.
I messaged both of them on Facebook. Messenger, still got nothing from them.
Taylor County EOC, how may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in Elk Park, and I'm here with a small team. We're a search and recovery specialist looking for missing persons and stuff. And I'm trying to find out where the search team is that's looking for Miss Ashby, Kim Ashby. And I called the sheriff's department, and they said to call the EOC. I called them up a message, but we're now in Elk Park. I'm just trying to hook up with somebody so that we can, lend assistance in the search effort.
Okay. What is your name and your number, and I will give it to the right people.
Okay, my name is Vern, V-E-R-N, Shurtz, S-H-U-R-T-Z.
Okay, and a good contact number?
Is Little Elk Creek, and this is the Elk River, but they combine here.
Yeah.
And then the Elk River Road goes all the way along the Elk River to, Elk River Falls. That's what that sign's there for. And it stops.
I think I've been to Splash Dam Falls.
Stops around here.
Yeah.
Splash Dam Falls. And here's north. So they could be here. I mean,
Not sure where that
it's not
vacation
far
home
of a
actually
drive.
is.
We can just drive this
Yeah.
just to see. But then we'd have to back out, come back around over here to connect back up on what's that?
The other end.
Page Road, which takes us to the Watauga. How do you pronounce it?
Watauga.
Watauga. So I mean, we may end up coming down here and seeing about doing some sonar searching.
Well, that area, it was hard hit too.
Yeah. I mean, while we're waiting, we could always just head down this road and see how far it goes. And if
Yeah.
we see a bunch of vehicles and
True.
whatever, then we know.
If you knew, roughly, do you know what road their house was on?
All I know is it's on the Elk River, and
Along the Elk
a
River.
bridge went out and hit their house and knocked their house.
That's a good idea. We could drive along the river, find the bridge that got blown out, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
I mean, it's either that or sit here. I'd rather just
Same.
take a few miles, roam down just to get an idea.
We have the same amount of gas too. That's good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Sounds
Okay.
good. As we headed down to the Elk River, it became apparent very fast that we still weren't in Kansas anymore. The roads were washed away for miles, and utility workers and road workers were busy repairing lines, clearing out debris, and repairing the roads. I realized that the damage here in Elk Park was no less than anywhere else in North Carolina. Once we reached the blown-out bridge, my mind reeled at the power of the water that it would have taken to wash this bridge away, along with the homes that were flowing down the river after it. As Vern made his way up to the trailhead, I realized that I had actually been hiking here just a year before on this very trail. Apparently the Forestry Service had cleared this trail for searchers and other workers. Vern crossed the Elk River and we could see vehicles across on the other side. Most likely, the search crew had their center of operations here for the day.
I hiked further
Along
down.
the river. They probably followed the river. You could find them with your drone probably though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you found the spot.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get further down that way.
It's tempting to follow that road actually. Because we could probably get to the edge of those trees over there. I think that's the furthest you can go. That field right up there. You could launch from that field if you want to scan the rest. Yeah. Search down there, yeah. So
where do we go?
he's gonna see with the drone how much further there is.
Probably see the people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he might just find them. Oh,
People?
yeah.
You look dogs.
Hey, hey. Hey, how's it going?
Jump on the door.
He's been looking for you.
Me?
Yeah, well, you guys.
I was like, all right, gotta run some more people out of here.
He's got drones, underwater drones, air drones. He does this all the time.
Let's go ahead and just turn around. We'll just go park back down there.
Go for the right here.
Group.
As we started talking with the search group, we realized that they had been out here for many weeks following the hurricane. From immediately after the hurricane to the day we got there 6 weeks later. They had been searching the entire Elk River from Elk Park all the way down to Lake Watauga. One of the searchers said he had hiked every single mile of the 9-mile stretch. As we continued discussing the searches they had already done and areas they wanted to get to and where they wanted to take advantage of the technology that Vernon brought, there were 2 spots that they wanted to get to. The first was a nearby waterfall, and the second was Lake Watauga. We promised we would not give exact locations of any of the searches that took place, so we'll do our best to try and obscure most of the location information. And we also promised that we wouldn't publish any video of the search over the next few days until maybe a few weeks afterwards to give them time to get into the areas and out of the areas. What we realized quickly was this team was something special. The search coordinator is a best friend of the family. The team was made up of mostly veterans, an Air Force medic, an Army medic, an Army veteran, and a dog handler. They were an amazing team. They worked so well together, and we immediately made a connection with all of them. They're amazing people, they're sincere, and they're dedicated to this specific search for Kim Ashby. We knew immediately that we wanted to help them in any way we could and bring any resource that we have available to the table. We decided that the first search would be the waterfall, and if we had time today, we would head to Watauga Lake, and if not, we would get there the next day, and Vern would run his sonar boat in the lake. Sounds like Vern's going to be doing some sonar boat.
I mean, we gotta get that. I mean, if I can't even get because there's so much.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on.
Oh,
with
that's
that.
right.
Have they started to remove it yet, or
You won't be able to get your
if
boat
it's
on there.
Shifted out enough that I can get the boat in. I can at least do that area, and I can use live scope.
Yeah. So he's felt pretty strongly about that when it empties into the lake.
Yeah.
And apparently that's where a lot of stuff ended up. So
So we'll swing around, follow them out.
yeah.
To wherever this cabin is.
Yep.
Well, at least we accomplished
Finding them, yeah.
Is that the cabin?
Yep. It's not quite what you were picturing, huh?
No.
Alright, so what we got here, everyone, is a search team made up of former military folks. We've got all these folks here. Just hanging out. They've been here. Really good people. This guy says he's been coming out for the past 5 weeks since it started. The Air Force woman has been doing a lot of recovery, actually. She's the one who recovered the car with the family. Actually, a couple cars with families, unfortunately. And so what we're doing is we're waiting for the other guy we met to bring a map over. Basically, there's a route to the lake where this empties out into, this Elk River empties out into, and right at that point is where Vern's going to be. Hopefully both of us are going to be getting in there into the water if we can. Sounds like it's covered with debris, so we're not sure how easy it's going to be, but right now we're just waiting. Then it's the drive over there. Sounds like it's going to be off-road, the way he was describing it.
Yeah, like, or on closed roads.
Yeah, because he said Google Maps will take you around, but he's like, I know ways through, and I think they have permission to, so
Yeah.
This is going to be our day for today, I think. Feels good to actually be doing something.
I know, right? Finally.
All right, drive over is next. Right up there. And then the trailer. Huge propane tank down there.
There's not anything in it, so I was looking for an ID or something.
Yep. Check the depth.
25 feet.
Yeah.
So there's a wedge.
Once Vern had determined that the water pool depth was deep enough to use an underwater drone, I decided to go back to the Jeep and get my drone. Since I'm still pretty new to using underwater drones, I decided to let Vern drive this one and hopefully increase the odds of finding anything if there was any possibility of potential human remains. I did not want to risk missing it. That's his. He always needs coffee.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Friends,
Where the lake?
these are our search and rescue dogs, cadaver dogs.
Get a map from there.
New friends.
I want to go on foot because of COVID. I know that COVID was
Meeting a lot of dogs on this trip. They're all good. Oh, there's another one. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
One thing that has always amazed me about using underwater drones is how clear underwater life appears and how unafraid they usually are of the drone for some strange reason. Setting that aside, of course, we weren't here for underwater wildlife. First thing Vern taught me about using an underwater drone is how closer to the surface things appear clear without the need for light. As far as light goes, when you use light in an underwater drone, it can sometimes blind you. The particles in the water often make everything completely unclear. However, the secret is to go into the deeper, darker places at the very bottom of the water. And there, if you can get close enough to the bottom or to an object, finally the light does some good. Once close to the bottom, Vern started scanning as close to the ground as he could. As you can see, there's lots of silt in the water, even though it is a waterfall pool. But overall, despite local rumors of strange objects being thrown into this pool or secret underwater caves, Vern found that the waterfall pool was actually pretty clean.
That's crazy.
No, we did not cut that tree. You can crawl your butt under. Go get it.